Okay.
I put two hands.
Need some help getting it picked up? Can you put your hands under it?
Yep.
Okay. Got it?
Yep.
Okay, Muscles.
That's what I need to. You can let go. I didn't want to follow me. There's something I want to ask you. What is? So
Okay, so starting with cereal, we picked up Mom's Best Blueberry Wheatfuls. They were marked down to $2 a box because they expire in November, and it's end of September now. 22 ounces. They're like mini wheats. No artificials. We love Mom's Best brand. Very, very good stuff. And so a heavy box like this might actually get all my kids through a meal. Then we picked up the Annie's Organic Berry Bunnies. They were marked down to $1.50 a box for 10 ounces. And with these, I'll need 2 boxes at least to get just the kids through a meal. And we also picked up Cinnabunnies, same type of thing, same price, same ounces. So you can see I got all of those cereals stocked up. Lay's Classic Potato Chips, the family size 10-ounce bag for $2.50. We picked up some Saltines. Now this is where the store is different because these Saltines were at the entrance and they were marked with the orange tag, $1.50. And then if you went to the cracker section in the regular aisle, they had Saltines for $3. So these ones are probably close to date or out of date. And I know, like, Jess, you had asked about that. Yes, the October 31st, I think I'm reading right. October 31st, but they'll be fine. I'm not worried about crackers getting too out of date. I just picked them up to have on hand for flu season in case any of the kids get sick. So anyways, yeah, I know Jess, you had asked about outdated stuff, and they will have, like, these things usually near the entrance. It's like when you first walk in, but then when you get into the regular aisles, that's usually regular things that are not outdating. Then I picked up these because this is a brand of cracker that I know is good. The ingredients are good, no artificials. And so this was just something fun and new that I thought the kids would like to have. Same reason I picked up these meat and cheese plates. The ingredients look good. This is a brand that we have used before with success. There's 4 in a pack, and they were, I believe, $2.50. Yeah, so a little over 50 cents a piece for each tray, and I got 4 sets of those. This cream cheese was an awesome deal. I was tempted to buy more, but I didn't want to go too crazy. So $5.99 for 3 pounds. So this would be equivalent to 6 of those 8-ounce blocks. And they had the 8-ounce blocks for $2.79, and I think that's similar to what Walmart is. So even if they were only $2 for the 8-ounce blocks, that would be $12 for this thing. So it's way more than half off. And what I want to do is just slice it up and freeze it in blocks, so I don't have to, of course, deal with this big block going bad. But we use this for homemade Alfredo sauce, and then we use it for bagels too. And Philadelphia is a brand that when we were doing the official Feingold diet that had been approved, like the company had investigated the ingredients and they're all good. So I don't ever buy off-brand cream cheese because dairy is kind of weird with the preservatives that they put into it. So anyway, we really like this and it's going to save us a lot of money. I got 2 of those. I got butter. It was $2.99 a pound. I used to drive to the store just to buy butter because it used to be like $2.19 a pound if you bought a case, but it wasn't that great of a deal. I think that's about the same as Walmart store brand. So always get salted if you're going off brand and you're worried about preservatives, because the unsalted will have natural flavor, and natural flavor is someplace that they can hide preservatives. It doesn't have to be on the label if it's just in the natural flavor. But when you get salted, it has enough flavor on its own that they don't add that. So if I'm getting an off-brand, I'll get salted. If I get like a Land O'Lakes or something on sale, then I'll buy it. I'll buy unsalted. So that's what we prefer. I got this block of Parmesan cheese just because it's always fun to have real Parmesan cheese and shave it off the block. $5.99 a pound. This is about a half pound for $3.49. Cheese. Now, I've talked about cheese a little bit in my other videos. My understanding of cheese is that if you stick to a white cheese, you're usually okay. When you get into the orange cheeses, they will say annatto added for color, and some of the annatto is different than others. Stick with white cheeses, or go with a brand we trust. Like I buy a lot of Sargento because they've been checked out and I know they're good. So this is mozzarella. We'll use this on homemade pizza. We've gotten to where we really, really like our homemade pizza. I finally figured it out after like 10 years of trying, and now it's really good. Anyways, mozzarella cheese, $2.59 a pound, $15.28. So I know that I pay a lot more than $2.59 for a 8-ounce, I think, package of Sargento usually. So this is, again, quite a deal. And then I picked up a processed cheese, which I still don't know if this is a good idea, but we're going to try it. So it's white American, and these are the ingredients. You've got your American cheese, water. You can just read them. So I didn't see anything, and like the color added, if colored, I would assume this one doesn't have that. Whereas right next to this was the regular American cheese that would definitely have had color added that was orange. So that's just kind of vague, so I wouldn't buy the orange. I didn't want to buy the orange. But we're going to try this because if you look at the servings, one slice, servings 120. So 120 slices, that's going to be a lot of grilled cheese sandwiches for my kids. It'll be so nice to not have to slice a block as I go. Okay, baby carrots, 99 cents a pound. Not any different than normal, not even that great of a price. I needed 8 for the month and I got 4 while I was there. Baby Ray's, original, we've had good luck with this. $3.99 for 2.5 pounds. I'm not sure if that's a good price, but I needed it. Yeast, I'm running out of yeast. I used up almost everything. I actually bought a package of yeast, an envelope of it for like 99 cents at Walmart because I didn't want to be out completely. And I was shocked at the price of their little jar at Walmart is like $5 or $6 versus this is 1 whole pound of yeast for $3.79. So I always buy my yeast in bulk, either from there or Sam's Club has a 2-pack that's similar in price to this. So I got 2 things of yeast, and what I'll do with that is I open it and I pour it in a mason jar with a lid and keep it in the fridge. Bagels, these are bagels from the frozen section. $2.79 for 6 bagels. I don't see the weight. 25.5 ounces. I always buy the bagels from the frozen section or the refrigerated section because then you know they needed to be cold to stay fresh. The ones on the inside aisles have more preservatives to keep them. Let's see. So in here, there's no red flags to me. So we'll try them. Strawberries were $2.50. Bananas, I think, were 69 cents a pound. Not the best price, but I needed some. These will be snacks. Romaine lettuce, we always use for snacks in like a side dish and in tacos and things. $2.59 or $2.49 for the 3 heads, 22 ounces. I picked up some fresh parsley. I have dried parsley. I usually use that. I honestly don't remember. I couldn't read the sign. I don't know if it was like 79 cents or $1.79, but it was pretty cheap. I picked up citric acid. I have 5 ounces for $3.69. This is for my hair. Amy, my hairstylist, had said I should pick this up. I hope I got the right thing. So if you're seeing this, Amy, and I'm going to ruin my hair, tell me. I've used it in the past, but I can't really remember what I got. Okay, I picked up some seasonings because they have great prices, and we haven't used a lot of seasonings because when we started on the Feingold diet, one of their guidelines is not to buy seasonings that are more than one type of herb mixed together because it kind of opens it up to additives that don't have to be on the label. So I'm going to start venturing out and trying some things. We really missed having a good steak seasoning. And I know I could make them, but I don't really want to have to do that right now. So ingredients: salt, onion, celery seeds, spices. So hopefully spices really are spices and not like some kind of preservative, but $2.99 for 5 ounces. I picked up some Old Bay, because that one, the ingredients looked pretty good. You can pause here and read them if you want to. $6.49 a pound, but you're buying, you know, a container of it. So $2.53. Cumin ground, paid $1.47 for this much. I'm going to try a new cod recipe this week, and a couple of these things were called for. Coriander ground, $1.39 for this size container. Thyme leaves, $1.47 for this size container. Black pepper, which I would have got a pepper grinder, but I couldn't really get to that part of the aisle. The store was really, really crowded, and I just wanted to make sure we had pepper on hand. So $3.52 for your regular black pepper. Got some baking soda, probably not a steal, but not a bad price, 99 cents a pound. And then I got a baking powder, which we use a lot of baking powder because we make pancakes and waffles from scratch, and it calls for quite a bit. So $2.29 a pound for this baking powder. I got 2 big things of it, and this is the aluminum free, which I wasn't particularly concerned about buying the regular, but they were out of stock. Okay, cupcake wrappers. I have been making muffins, and I have been using shortening, or not shortening, I've been using butter and sprinkling flour on it, like greasing the pan and flouring it to get the cupcakes and the muffins to just pop out, because these things are expensive and they add to the cost when you're making as many muffins as we eat. But these were $3.99 for 500. So I figured it out that like the other ones were 2 cents a piece, and these are less than 1 cent a piece. So for 1 penny, I'm gonna just not have to grease the muffin pans. So there's 500 in there. Slow cooker liners, $1.99 for 4. Because my Instant Pot died, if you guys saw my post, my Instant Pot died and they sent me a new one. But in the meantime, I had got the slow cooker back out, and now I'm thinking if I did use the 2 together, it would be kind of almost like having 2 Instant Pots. So it would be nice. These pans were pretty good because I haven't been able to find these pans at a price that made me want to buy them. I really want to find some cheap, reusable, like regular metal pans, but I haven't found those yet either. So 69 cents a piece for this regular size. They're called a half sheet, I think. And what I'll do is I put like a double batch, and I just make it thick to the top, versus like a single recipe of my macaroni and cheese is only 8 ounces of pasta, and it only fills it like part of the way. But if I put 16 ounces of pasta in one pan, it's just a lot deeper, and then I give everybody smaller slices. Okay, flax. I put flax in my baking goods. So like our homemade bread, I put it in muffins, and we go through a lot of it. So this time I got golden flaxseed meal. I have not Googled that to see if golden is just as good as brown, but they were the same price. And I kind of don't like it that the brown gives my baked goods the look of like whole wheat. Like you just think they're going to be heavy and not as tasty as they are. So something a little lighter will be nice. And there's the price. Got 2 bags of that, and I put that usually in mason jars too. Cornstarch. We use cornstarch for baby powder, so I refill the baby powder container with cornstarch. 89 cents a pound for that. Okay, these were another thing that is outdated or outdating. October 12th. They'll be outdating, so it's a couple weeks. They'll probably be gone by then. $1 a box. We've never tried these before, but we have mostly good luck with Annie's things, and the ingredients are here if you're curious. So there's 6 in a bag, 1 package for each kid. That would be nice for like breakfast on a MOPS morning or something. Okay, I picked up some cookie mix. I usually can't ever find a kind that my kids can have. Even the Ghirardelli brand, which I had hoped would be okay because their chocolate chips are okay, is not okay. So this one said this up here, and I checked the label, and it was good. And the other reason I wanted to grab these is because when you make homemade peanut butter cookies, the peanut butter is kind of expensive and you use a lot of it. So this is probably cheaper than making my own with real peanut butter. So I got 2 bags of those. We got mint Oreos for me, which you guys know by now. My weakness, don't judge. $2.50 for the 15-ounce container. Okay, sugar. I've mentioned before that we really support Pioneer Sugar because they are local to us. We have a Pioneer Sugar factory right here in our town. All of our neighbors grow sugar beets. We're big fans of beet sugar. But in recent years, we have started buying store brand sugars because we suspect that Pioneer Sugar sells their surplus and it goes under store labels. So if you guys have asked before, but I haven't gotten any response, if any of my beet farmer friends can confirm that for me, I'd feel a lot better to know that's really true. But that's what we've been going with. But at this store, the Pioneer Sugar was actually cheaper than anything else. So it made it an easy choice. $4.49 for 7 pounds of brown sugar. And then $5.49 for 10 pounds of white sugar. So I got 2 of those in the brown. Now I will try to insert a picture here that shows you the display of sugar because you have to really check the prices. They had 25-pound bags of this and they had 50-pound bags of this and 4-pound bags, and then they had a bale of 10 4-pound bags, so 40 pounds that way. And I checked the price per ounce. I did the math, and these were the cheapest. The 50-pound bag was part of a cent cheaper per pound or something, but the 25-pound bag was actually more, and so was the bale, and so was the 4-pound bags. So this was the way to go, which made me happy because I didn't want to have to open a 50-pound bag of sugar all at once. And then over here, 10 pounds of potatoes for, this might be the thing that gets me. I want to say they were $2 or $2.50 though. I'm quite sure. I think these ones didn't have a tag. I had to look at this sign. And this is the flour that I chose. So they do have a flour that is 50 pounds for $19.95. And I've got that in the past, but now I try to always get unbleached. And so we got unbleached, and it's from Minnesota, which is pretty cool. So it is $22.50 for the 50-pound bag, which I'm actually not thrilled about. When I did the math tonight, I don't know why I bought this because I thought last time I figured it out as to being a lot cheaper than Walmart, but normally I buy a 5-pound bag of unbleached flour at Walmart for $1.22. So that would have only been $12 and something for this amount, unless I'm just really tired. So I don't know. That's not as good a deal as I thought, unless I'm missing something. And then oats, 50 pounds of oats from Wisconsin for $25.50. So this is kind of a lifesaver to have oats, because if you have oats, you can always have oatmeal for breakfast. You can always make oatmeal raisin cookies or no-bake cookies or things like that. In a pinch, you can even grind them up in your blender and have flour if you've run out of flour. Oats just save me in a lot of situations. So they're really good to have on hand. Okay, this is one more thing we want to show them, huh?
Yeah.
Because this is chicken, $52.95 for 40 pounds of chicken. And you can check it, but I think I did the math and that was $1.33 a pound, something like that. So this is what the box looked like. They just had a little tag on their display. They were selling the chicken for $1.69. And I asked the guy stocking the counter if they use broth, if they added broth solution, and he said no. I asked him twice. And then when I got this home and looking at it, it doesn't say anything about broth, so I think it's okay. It's Wayne Farms brand, boneless, skinless chicken breast with rib meat. but nowhere on it does it say anything about broth. So I think it's okay. You can't beat that price. That's cheaper than like Zaycon or whatever that is that people do. Okay guys, I hope that was fun for you. I hope you are inspired to go find a bulk food store near you if you haven't been to one yet. If you guys want details on this one, you can just pause it on one of those labels for the spice containers, and the address for the store is right on there. Or if you're local, it's that Country View store, the Mennonite store as everybody calls it. So my grand total for this trip, I had a couple things on there for my mother-in-law, and then once I deducted those, my grand total was $316. So that might not seem like a lot. I know I see other hauls on here from large families and they're like $1,000, but I'm pretty sure that $316 is the most I've ever spent in one grocery trip so far. So I'm sure in a few years I'll look back and laugh at that. But that's where we are now. So thank you so much for watching. If you guys have questions, you can reach out to me through the comments or a direct message on Instagram or a private message on Facebook. I am married to the farm in all 3 places. Thank you so much for watching.